Hello world and hello amazing Philippines. Good day. Today we're going to discuss another module in our TTL2 subject, and the title of our module is Technology in the Classroom. But before we're going to start, I do hope that you're of course feeling well and of course doing good. This is again Sir A, and we will continue our journey in learning new things for today. For our goals or learning outcomes for today are expected to have the following. The first is, of course, to discuss clearly the ways on how digital teachers prepare students for global economy. The second is enumerated the benefits of integrating technology in the teaching and learning process. The third one is to compose a plan integrating the use of technology in teaching and learning process. Then created infographics and reflection paper related to integration of technology in the classroom. And for our value focus, talks about gratitude or being thankful, grateful, and appreciative. To start, of course, our lesson, let's have first the definition of what is technology integration. So when we say in technology integration, it is the use of technology, like the computers, digital cameras, the tablets, even the internet, video cameras, the mobile phones, the CD-ROMs, and software applications for teaching and learning. Take note, that's the use. And the question is that why we need to integrate technology. So there are actually reasons why we need to have integration of technology inside our classroom. The first is the availability of new technology tools that can help the teacher in making teaching interesting and engaging. Take note of the word teaching as interesting and engaging. The second is that the technology skills and knowledge that students gain in the classroom will create, of course, the fundamental for the skills and knowledge they will need in the future. So we focus more on with the futuristic. And of course, the decision of the National Curriculum Framework to use technology to support and extend curricular objectives for that matter. So these are the three reasons why we need to integrate technology in our classroom. The question is, how does one integrate? So there is, of course, having this notion that we make technology available and accessible. The second is it allows technology tools to support the curricular goals and, of course, help the students to actively reach these goals. Then it incorporate, of course, we incorporate students' use of technology into meaningful activities in the lesson plans. And of course, we ensure some key components of learning. We have also active engagement, participation in groups, frequent interaction and feedback, and connection to real world experts. So these are, of course, the ways and means on how we're going to integrate technology. What are, of course, the benefits of technology integration? Letter A, it can engage and motivate the learner. Of course, it gives students focus for longer periods of time. This is based on studies. And of course, it makes students more excited to learn. Then it enables students to learn at their own pace, at their own time. They can learn, of course. And it caters to different learning styles because we believe that our students or our learners differ, okay, in the learning styles. The question is that what are the benefits of technology integration? What then? Okay, another is, of course, it can support new approaches to teaching and learning, like encouraging cooperative learning, developing problem solving and higher level skills, okay, encouraging self-learning, and of course, catering to multiple intelligences, different, okay, learning styles of our students or learners. There are other, of course, benefits of technology integration, like it develops new skills, like it links learners to learning tools, and of course, tracks learners' progress for that matter. Take note, my dear students, that tech tools rather for visualizing and modeling help students to experiment, observe, and view experiment in a graphic way. The question is that, of course, what are the benefits after, of course, integrating technology? So there is, of course, the development of skills required for an information age like technology literacy, the information literacy, and of course, visual literacy for that matter. So children can express, of course, understanding through images and sounds together with, of course, the text. Okay, question is how can teachers learn to integrate? Okay, teachers need to learn different ways of course, meeting the curriculum goals. Then the use of technology-enabled methods of learning to make it an inherent part of the teaching learning process. And of course, it evaluate, integrate rather the available material into the learning process. And lastly, of course, access, create, and share knowledge. How does it help the teacher? I mean, is how this, of course, integration of technology help the teacher. So it helps in producing interesting, diverse, and student-friendly material. It makes, of course, teaching interesting and fun, and it gives access to more information and ideas. But of course, if we're not going to integrate technology wisely, there are, of course, some pitfalls. And the first one is, of course, too much information. Second is inability to choose relevant information, overemphasis on information rather than investigation, then passive learning instead of active learning. Then we have, of course, technology becoming a replacement for hands-on experience. Okay, and of course, the saddest part is that technology replacing a teacher. Okay, we should be, of course, the primary mover. We need to become, of course, the facilitator. And technology should not, of course, replace us, teachers. Take note, as teachers, we need to be creative. Okay, get creative. Technology is just another tool. Use judiciously and creatively because it can bring about a change in the teaching learning process. Another lesson here is, of course, the importance of technology in education. And it is said that technology in the field of education can be a powerful tool. Okay, we have, of course, benefits of using or having, of course, technology integration. The first benefit is that it is future oriented. The future is all about technology, take note, and multi screening. Education can't lag behind. The second benefit that we can have is that learning becomes interesting. It engages rather and challenges students with brand new and of course interactive methods. Third one is it improves skills. Okay, when we say of course skills, it refers to digital learning skills, our collaboration, communication skills, building teams, listening, mobile learning, even planning, valuing diversity, problem solving, self direction, global awareness, social, and of course, presentations. So these are, of course, the skills that we need to improve. The fourth is that it increases collaboration. Take note, students can work and collaborate with people in other locations or in other areas. Distance learners can join online communities like what we have now. And of course, number five benefit is that it reduces weight. So instead of course, carrying lots of books, okay, students just carry a laptop or a tablet or a mouse, which contain, of course, all these books and projects. So it's very helpful on the part of course with the learners. We have actually 8 ways that digital aids teachers prepare their students for the global economy. And the first way is that digital aids teachers personalize learning, okay, for every student. So digital aids teachers differentiate learning. We differentiated learning for our students. They meet, of course, learners' needs by providing a variety of teaching methods, including direct instruction, grouping students, and rearranging the groups as needed. Of course, to reach the individual student, they must strive to motivate each individual. The teachers should strive to motivate each individual. We need to involve him or her in learning and understand how to teach rather everyone. Not simply aim to teach the average students, but we need to include all. Okay. The next or the second is that digital age teachers use digital learning to promote, of course, a lifelong learning. As teachers, we become, of course, lifelong learners. So digital age teachers know that for students to maximize their potential, they must become lifelong learners. Foster a lifelong love of learning, they leverage digital tools to engage students in the learning process fully. The third one is digital age teachers teach their students to become, of course, producers. To maximize, of course, your students' potential or our students' potential, we must help them learn how to become, of course, producers. So in doing so, students will learn how to create blogs, even infographics, books, how to videos, movies, action figures, apps, and tutorials. So digital teachers manage to accomplish these at an elevated level, and their students' potentials become only as limited as their imaginations rather. What a great gift to give to your students, supposing, or to our students, supposing we are exposing our students to become producers. The fourth is that digital age teachers use project-based learning. Modern students, of course, need to be able to, the first is create hypotheses, conduct research, communicate with experts, create final projects, disseminate them using, of course, the devices already in their hands. And digital age teachers craft project-based learning opportunities that allow them to do just that. That's the fourth. Digital age teachers use project-based learning. And the fifth is that digital age teachers to learn how to code. Coding here is very important. So learning how to code gives you, of course, a unique perspective on how things work and how to solve complex problems. Digital age teachers tackle the challenges of learning how to code, so they, of course, can teach with their students how to include coding experiences in future activities. And number six, or the sixth, is that digital teachers or digital aid teachers partner with, of course, the school, library, media specialists, especially trained and eligible in the use of information technology. Library media specialists have become one of the most important instructional partners, working with teachers and administrators to change what is possible in the classroom. The seventh is that digital age teachers learn a digital learning environment that works. Digital age teachers understands that for students to be successful in this age of technology, they must construct and configure a digital learning environment that is conducive to technology. This includes, of course, having the proper hardware, software, devices, and having a learning space that supports the use of technology, having enough electrical sockets, for example, device storage cabinets, and even Wi-Fi connections. And of course, lastly, eight is that digital age teachers have a global mindset. We need to have, of course, global perspectives. So technology, of course, has broken down the barrier of distance and made it easier for individuals to connect. Learning and commerce are now global. Take note, learning and commerce are now global. So digital age teachers embrace his or this new norm and look to connect with and work with people around the globe. In doing so, they model how to connect with our global society in a virtual space without, of course, having to leave your your own town or city. And that is, of course, the end of our lesson. Okay, for our references, you can, of course, refer to these. Okay. And I would like to say thank you for listening. And I hope that that you have, of course, learning from this module. See you soon. God bless. Okay. Again, this is Sir A saying learning never stops. Bye.